Hey guys, I'm Joey, and as you just saw and heard, today we are looking at the D'Angelico Deluxe DC in matte red. Now, this is the pre-2020 edition of this particular model. At the beginning of 2020, D'Angelico revamped a lot of their guitars. That's actually how I came across this particular one, because in the late fall of 2019, shops were trying to get rid of their stock for some of these to get ready for the new versions, and they were selling these brand new at a third of the price of what they were originally listed at. So I think I got a pretty good deal on a great guitar. After having it for a couple of months, getting used to it and seeing what I really liked about it, figured it was time to share it with you guys. So we're going to walk through the specs on the instrument, we'll do some tone tests, and we'll discuss my final thoughts at the end. So let's get to it. So as we run through the specs here, just keep in mind that some of the things we list may be different from the 2020 versions of these guitars. Let's start up at the headstock. Very fancy D'Angelico shape there. Really cool that you get that. And these deluxe models come with Grover Super Rotomatic locking tuners. So really quality tuning machines there. Going down to the nut, it measures 43 millimeters. It is a tusk nut and was cut very, very well. Now, for me, the one time I did change the strings on this guitar, I realized that the nut was not glued in place. It just fell off. So curious, if anybody else owns a Deluxe DC, let me know. Is that something that is really common in these guitars? Or maybe I just got one where they forgot to glue in the nut. Just kind of curious there. Going down to the fretboard, we see it's a rosewood board, nice block inlays, 16-inch fretboard radius, so fairly flat there. You get 22 medium jumbo frets, and the fretwork here is really, really good. They really contoured the fret ends and filed everything down really, really nice. So very comfortable to play. The website lists the scale length as 24 3/4, but I had heard from some other guys that that measurement is not 100% correct. So I measured it for myself. It is, in fact, a 25-inch scale length. So something kind of interesting here and unexpected for me with a guitar of this shape and style. Let's go to the back of the neck here. Remember I said this was a matte red finish, and you get that on the back of the neck as well. Really cool having a matte finish here because it means the back of the neck is nice and slick. Not sticky at all. No spots for your hands to get caught in. I really think that that's a nice feature on these deluxe models. And it is a slim C-shape neck profile. So really nice for somebody like me. You know, if you don't have the largest hands in the world, it's nice having a good neck profile that you'll be able to get your entire hand wrapped around. Let's move down to the body here. Real familiar double cutaway shape, 16-inch wide, semi-hollow. And the website lists the top, back, and sides as laminated maple. Going down to the pickups and pickguard, we see the real fancy pickguard here. I believe it's 5-ply. Really elegant. Again, real kind of an identifying marker with D'Angelico. And the pickups are one of the things in this guitar that I think is really top notch. These are Seymour Duncan humbuckers DA59s. So if I understand things correctly, Seymour Duncan kind of tweaked their 59s just a little bit for D'Angelico in some of these models, and they did an excellent job in winding these pickups. Changing pickups out in a semi-hollow guitar is not something I really want to do. It just looks like a nightmare. I do not foresee ever having to do that with these. They're really clear, very articulate, nice little punch to them, but not aggressive at all. I think it complements the airy quality of the semi-hollow very, very well. So that's really nice, having a good quality set of pickups on there. Let's move on to the control layout here. Standard 2 volume and 2 tones, really fancy looking ebony knobs. That's pretty cool. Going to the toggle switch, this is the one thing that I would say I disagree with having. It's a 6-way toggle. So it goes up or down, depending if you want coil split or full humbuckers, and then it goes left or right 3 different ways. Having a 6-way toggle just makes things kind of tricky. If you want to quickly flip to a different pickup, you have to be really careful that you don't accidentally select one of the other 5 options available. So I do think that that could have been thought out just a little bit better, but that's just me personally. Going to the bridge and tailpiece, standard 2-pneumatic bridge. I got the stop tail version, but you also could get the fancy D'Angelico stair-step tailpiece. And when these were offered brand new, they were coming with hard shell cases, which I think is really nice. I'm usually a gig bag guy myself because I like carrying everything on my back. But carrying a semi-hollow in a gig bag just seems kind of wrong. And in an era where a lot of guitar companies are not offering cases standard with their instruments, pretty cool that D'Angelico was offering a hard shell case. Well, guys, that's pretty much the gist of the specs there. Now we're moving on to some tones. And our signal chain is like normal. Guitar into line 6 Helix for a few stomp box effects. We've got some mild compression, a light clean boost there, and the gain pedal that we'll be using in a little bit. And our reverb and amp simulation will be coming from Guitar Rig. Let's get to it. So my final thoughts, especially for the great deal that I got this guitar for, I believe it's a lot of guitar for the money, and I really couldn't be happier with it. Excellent build quality, great features, great tone and feel. So if you're in a position like I was a few months back, looking for a semi-hollow, but you are not wanting to go for your lungs as far as price goes, definitely check the used market for the Deluxe DC, because you probably could find a pretty good deal on one of them and be just as happy as me. Well, guys, that's the video for today. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please throw a thumbs up down there and subscribe, because each and every week we're putting out cool new content like this. So on that note, guys, until next time, thanks so much and take care.